Hello and welcome to Ham Radio for Dummies. This will be the first of what I hope will be many videos to come. I do have another YouTube channel with thousands of followers that keeps me very busy, but I hope to make some YouTube videos on this channel geared towards people getting into ham radio. It's kind of it's a hobby of mine. I like it a lot. It's not my only hobby, but it is a hobby I do enjoy. Unfortunately, the hobby's kind of dying, and there's many reasons for that. Radio is just not as popular as it used to be, and to be honest, it's they don't welcome you. It's not a very welcome to the hobby. It's always you're going to find, if you haven't already, that it's my ham is bigger than your ham. A bunch of old codgers that want to tell you how long they've been hams and how they had to do code to get in it and how you're never going to be them, and that's fine. And then there's a lot of videos out there that are very, very technical, and even though I speak that language somewhat, it can give you a headache, and owner's manuals can give you a migraine. I don't have a lot of talents, and you're going to see that I don't make fancy YouTube videos. But if there is one thing I can do, is break something very complicated down to something and make it very simple so even a kid can understand it, which is good because that's the way I need to understand it. So we're going to start out with this video, and we're going to come out of the gate swinging, and I think we're going to upset a lot of people, especially the older hams, because here's a subject that you won't find on YouTube. This is kind of a closely guarded secret because they're anti-chicken banders. I cut my teeth on a CB radio, so I ain't better than nobody. But I'm going to show you how to modify Ametron amplifiers for 10 through 12 meter. And that would include 11 meter chicken banders. But you know what? At least a guy will have a good amplifier for a change down on the CB bands instead of that Class C, pill garbage that's nothing but distortion, splatter, and wasted energy. So think of it that way, guys. For one of you that stumble on this and go, I can't believe this guy's going to do that. Well, hey, man. At least a guy that gets a good Class A, B linear amplifier like an Ametron or something, at least he'll put out a good signal and sound decent down there instead of the garbage you hear. And besides that, it's a gateway into ham radio, and our hobby's kind of dying here. Many reasons for that. The hams that think they're better than everybody. My ham's bigger than your ham. They make it super complicated and hard to get in. There's a reason for that. We want to keep some riff-raff out. We don't want people screaming, I got down on ham radio. That's nonsense. This is another level of radio. If you want to do that and that's your thing, cool, man. Stay on the CB bands. But if you want to take it to the next level, we should be more welcoming and make it a little bit easier. Not super easy. You're going to have to do your work to do it, but it's not as complicated as people like to make it seem. So right now I'm actually at a baseball tournament, so I'm not in my shack or pig pen or whatever you want to call it, and I certainly don't have a hat with my call sign, and I didn't announce my call sign at the beginning of the video. But if you want to know what my call sign is, it is WJ7CAS. You can look that up on QRZ or wherever you want. And I also don't usually film. I'm not great at videos. I'm better than I used to be. I usually don't film them this way. So sorry about that. But I'm going to load a PDF on the screen and do a screen recording. It's a PDF from Ametron. Closely guarded. People are going to freak out about this. But to show you how, in writing from Ametron, how to modify your amplifier for the 10 to 12 meter bands. Now, a disclaimer, please, for the love of God, do not open your amplifier if it's been on, plugged in. Turn it off and unplug it for many, many hours. 12 hours is probably best. I mean, it probably would discharge within an hour or maybe less, but to err on the side of caution, please let it discharge because it ain't no joke. That transformer in there, they got stickers all over it for a reason. It can and will kill you. So let's not do that. So let's go over the PDF, and then I will show you a video I shot. I opened my amplifier up the other day, and I'll show you the wire to cut. The green wire that nobody wants to put on YouTube. Not all of them are green wires. We're going to go over that in the Ametron stuff. I'm going to put that up for you. All right, so welcome to the channel. If you want to listen to some redneck from Southeast Missouri tell you about radio, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll try to put out some good stuff. If you have questions, feel free to ask. All right, see you in a minute. Before we do the PDF, I just watched that clip you just watched, but don't get me wrong, not all ham radio is a bunch of stuffy hams. There's a bunch of good old boys like me, especially down on 75 at night, and we just talk about anything and everything. So it's a vast hobby. There's something for everybody. If you're into contesting, which I do not, and I don't even like contesting, but whatever. They got that. If you want to sit there and see how many contacts you can get in a name and get a paper on your wall. They got digital modes, they have FT8 code, all that. They got everything. Or if you're just a talker or a ham radio rag chewer like me, they got that. So if you answer my CQ, I'm not going to cut you loose very easy. I'm going to try to hold you at the fire and talk to you for a minute. Sometimes I can't do it. You know, some guys just want to get their contact in the book and move on. And that's not my thing. If I hear some strange country or something like that that I haven't hit or got in a while, I'll usually cut through the pile up and get that done and move on. I don't like. It's not really what I like to do. I just like to talk about the weather and get to know you. And there's a lot of that in ham radio, so don't be put off. It's easy to get put off in this. It's a very trying hobby at first. When you first get in it, there's like a ham radio measuring contest, if you know what I mean. And then the 2-meter crowd is like the hall monitors with the clipboard and whistle gone wild. They identify 14 times in one sentence. The fun is on the low bands. Make sure you get your general and get where the fun is. All right, let's get to it already. I've yapped enough. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me. So let's pull this PDF up, and then I'll show you how to cut the green wire. We'll wrap this up and put it on the internet. All right, here we go. All right, looks like we're going. Here we go from Ametron. So I'm going to start right here, the AL80, not A. And you can just read it along. Needs a kit to modify the unit to 10 to 12 meters. Send request for details. All other units do not require kit. Only the following written instructions. So that should cover the 80A, 811s, all shapes and sizes, 80B, AL572. And we'll get down there. So basically, let me read through these real quick. Blah, 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 cut the green wire. Okay, some of these I'll slow it down so you guys can read it. If you have an 811, that green wire is on the back too. You can get to it. Remove the panels from the rear of the amplifier. That one might be different. 80B is mine. Just remove the top cover, cut the wire. If you get a high SWR, you got to tune the input circuit on the amplifier. That's another topic in another video. To obtain, okay, on the 82 AL1200 and AL1500, you got to remove the wire is up by the front, so it won't be where it is in the video I'm going to show you. It's up by the front band switch. And same thing, AL800. That's on. Looks like it's. I'm not going to read it out loud, but with the back of the amplifier, remove the screws. Anyways, you guys, I'll leave this up for a second. You can read. It's all cut the green wire except for the AL80. So I'll leave this up here for a few seconds, and you can pause it, screenshot it, and blow it up if you need. Okay, now I'm going to move it up so you can get the bottom ones. And there you go. It shows a little diagram, okay? And now I'll show you a video clip. I pulled the amplifier cover off mine so you can see where the wire is on most of them. The 811, I think here, 80B, 572, it's all going to be in the same spot. So we'll load that video up and call it good. All right, here we go. Pretty simple. This is the green wire right behind the tube. See, mine's already cut. Pretty stiff wires, so you can move them wherever you need out of the way. Just want to make sure they can't touch each other. See, I got them kind of close there. You cut it, just push this one down and that one back up, in case you ever want to put them back. I don't know why you would. All right, that's it. There's your 10 meter mod. 10 and 12, right? Yeah, 10 and 12. Or if you chicken banders are trying to get a good amp, there you go. See you, bye. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the first of hopefully many videos to come. And I know there's going to be haters. Haters going to hate, so I still love you guys, but just can't find these videos on YouTube, so I guess I'm going to go against the grain here. All right, y'all, God bless you. 7-3, we'll see you out there, or hear you out there. All right, bye now.